Johnny, it's finally come around. It's League 2 against Championship, 88 against 78. You must be really relishing this one.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. Obviously, the draw was made probably a few weeks ago now, so we've had a long time to sort of look forward to it, to prepare for it. Big game for us, third round of the FA Cup, start of January, so with a real tough test, Championship, flying high, top of the Championship, Ipswich, so it's a great game for us, can't wait.
What have you made of our run in the competition so far? I think Ipswich are a little bit easier to get footage of than Ramsgate.
Yeah, I think we've done great. We scored 5 goals in both games. Obviously beat a team in the first round from a higher division. Then the flip of that was, we was expected to do the business against opposition from lower down. Ramsgate, who came here and had a go, but we dealt with that really well too. Our reward is a really good tie now. Obviously it's an even sterner test now. Cheltenham in the first round was a really good test because they obviously play a division above. But we was well worthy of the scoreline that we got that day, scoring 5 goals. So another great test for us. We know this one's even tougher now. The Ipswich are, like I say, they're top of the Championship. They're playing really well. Kieran's got them playing some great stuff. So yeah, what a test for us.
How's everyone's fitness after a gruelling game at Forest Green?
Yeah, good. We had a couple of days to recover before we trained properly again. I felt it was important after the period that we'd had that we got a little rest into the boys, and obviously especially the game itself, how tough it was in those conditions. It really took a lot out of the boys, so, and a long journey too. So we freshened them up, back in training Thursday, Friday, and everyone's looking forward to this one. Everyone's come out of the game with no issues, so a really good squad to choose from.
Of course, we are missing Omar and Ali, but there's definitely goals within the squad.
Yeah, those two obviously go away, and we're obviously gutted that they're not available, but we're delighted for them that they get the opportunity to go and play on that stage. But I always say opportunities for other people. Other people have been chipping in with goals. Obviously, Josh has been scoring of late. Joe Lewis got a brace the other day, didn't he, against Colchester? So we're getting goals from different places around the pitch, and that's going to have to be the case when those two are away.
Josh has had a bit of a trim for a good cause. More aerodynamic, possibly? Yeah,
hopefully. I mean, he's a quick boy anyway, but hopefully he goes across the ground even quicker now. But I think it's great what Josh done. He gets a bit of stick for the Barnet, doesn't he, especially from away supporters, but great calls, and he kept that one up his sleeve, that he was doing that. So I think for the Princess Trust Foundation that he raised money, and it's a great call, so I'm delighted with what he's doing, and hopefully he can bang a couple of goals in there as well.
Absolutely. Of course, Ryan McLean and Morgan Williams have come back to Wimbledon this week, but just to clarify, they can't be involved.
No, they played in the FA Cup. Ryan played for Kidderminster, Morgan played for Woking, so they're cup tied, so they won't be available yet. Just
to touch upon as well, I mean, you mentioned it already, but Ipswich Town, of course, not long ago we were playing them in League 1. They've regrouped, and they're back on the verge of getting back up to the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good club, innit? Tradition, huge tradition there, and should never have been in League 1 really. I think Championship's the bare minimum of where they'll be, and Kieran will have his sights set on the Premier League, and it looks like that might be achievable for him. So to do what they've done, I think it is great. He's done a really good job and obviously got them promoted. That can be difficult, making that jump up to the champ, but they took to the Championship as well, and they proved that they're a match for anyone. So I mean, credit to them. He's done a great job, but obviously we want to try and derail that a little bit on Saturday.
How much are you looking forward to coming up against Kieran McKenna? Because of course did a great job with Tottenham and Man United coming up before he got this job.
Yeah, I've known him for years because we was apprentices together at Spurs. He was a couple of years below me, but obviously known him from back then, and he went on his journey. He'd obviously done it a little bit differently to how I done it. Started coaching really young, and he's made some great steps. Obviously started coaching at Spurs, coaching at Man United. He's under some really good managers, and he's obviously done a lot of learning, and you can see that with the way his teams play. He knows exactly what he wants from them, and he's managed to implement it really well. And they got really good players. There's no getting away from it. They got a great squad of players, some real talent, and a lot of players to choose from as well. So it's difficult sort of trying to second guess and nail down what they're going to do, who he's going to play, because he's got a lot at his disposal. But we'll be ready for, they've got a clear way of playing, and we'll be ready for the test that they're going to pose us.
Preparations for this one, of course, we're back over at the stadium again. Does that kind of help though, because it's around the similar same time as kick-off, and getting players to visualise what you want them to do out there?
Yeah, I can. I think it's nice to come over here and just train every now and again. It was by necessity today because of the rain that came down yesterday. We just felt that the pitches down at Woodies might not hold up. It would have been really wet down there, and it's important when you're preparing for a game like this that you get the work in that you need to do. So we came down here today. Pitch was brilliant. Luke and his team down here have done a great job with all the rain that fell. You know, I mean, it was really nice surface for us to train on today. It'd be a brilliant surface to play on tomorrow. So we managed to get all the work in that we needed down here at the stadium. That perhaps if we'd have been at Woodies, we wouldn't have got that done.
Finally, of course, as a football fan yourself as well, I mean, here we're surrounded by memories of May 1988. Have you got any particular FA Cup final that sticks out for you?
Well, yeah, I've been to a few. Like in my youth, obviously, grew up as an Arsenal fan, so Arsenal got really good tradition in the cup, haven't they? And I remember watching the Wimbledon Liverpool final back in the day when I was a kid. I remember that clearly because of how big a story it was at the time. So that's quite a vivid memory. And I've been to a fair few cup finals. Probably the one I remember most is Arsenal Newcastle. It was when Arsenal were chasing the double. They'd won the league, and it was at the old Wembley still. Arsenal won 2-0 and done the double. So that was a good memory for me at the time. Only a teenager, so cherish those sort of memories.
Brilliant. Best of luck tomorrow, Johnny.
Cheers, Rob.